All right, Shalom, Akim.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, we're going to turn and face the east. We want to praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakabadash. Double honor to our apostles, the elders, great millstone, still well. Peace, blessing to the hopeful elect out there, man. All right, as you already know, going back, through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, this year is coined the hopeful year as a topic.
Yeah. Like
Speak up to, bro.
we're gonna need to be made stronger to endure these days, endure these times that come. Just like when when you bodybuild, your muscles, they tear, but they grow back stronger, right? Once that's like we're preparing the Most High Yahweh Shema Shas preparing His men to enter into those times, and we're gonna have to suffer now, to enjoy what's coming later.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all the partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
See, we have to endure this affliction to become stronger. Like He's breaking us down to make us stronger, just like we call ourselves the body. And when you're working out the body, it breaks down and becomes stronger, and that's a repeated process until it's in the perfect, until you have that perfect body, until you have that image that's in your mind, and that image is Yahweh Shai. So we're gonna have to continue to we're gonna continue to have be in affliction until we become that perfect, that perfect image. This
Reset for you. And this is on chapter 17 in the book of Psalms, verse 15. As for me, I will behold your face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with your likeness.
See, we're gonna be satisfied once we get that new body. We're gonna be satisfied. We're gonna be satisfied and thankful. And once we actually have that once we actually see that glory that we have in the things the Most High gonna do for us, we gonna say we're not worthy of this. We ain't do all that to earn this. We came because it's favor, it's grace.
That's the true meaning of being a so-called God or Allah. Because we talk about the image of Yahweh Shah, but when you go to Hebrews, Yahweh Shah is an image of Yahweh. So we're all going to be many Yahwehs through the image of Yahweh Shah. You know? That's the bad thing.
The bros still can speak up to Babu Shah.
I got a precept for this second Ezra chapter 2, verse 10. It said, Thus said the Lord unto Ezra, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I will have given unto Israel. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I had prepared for them.
That's beautiful. That's the immortality. He has immortality prepared for you. These is all the things He has promised to you, and this is the goal. But you're gonna have to go through that affliction to get to that point. And that affliction is like it's that pressure. And when you think about pressure, you think about you can think about a blacksmith building tools like a sword, like sword tools and stuff. You apply that pressure until what you have that perfect item, that perfect image until perfection. If that sword come out wobbly, misshapen, it's going back. It's going back.
And in order to make that sword moldable, you gotta put it in that fire. That's what make it soft. Then you mold it, then you become hard. So that's the process that the Lord got His men in. He'll dip us in that fire, take us out, hit us with that hammer, okay? And then we become molded, then we become solid, man.
Fiery trial.
Yep.
Because the brother started off talking about that the gym. And what builds a muscle is what? Resistance. Resistance breaks down the muscle. That's how you make a bigger developed muscle. Right? So through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Mashah, that fiery trial, that spiritual resistance at the same time frame we're bringing down that carnal body fat.
Con.
You see what I'm saying?
Quick precept for that.
Go ahead.
Zechariah 3:1. And he showed me Joshua the high priest standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan standing at his right hand to resist him.
And that's what it's all about. So Satan is standing at our right hand. Because
Con.
right hand is what's symbolic for what? Righteousness. Now we knew Joshua basically went off in the spirit through the process of reincarnation, but at the same time frame, the point is that Satan is at our right hand trying to prevent our resistance.
Right, because if it happened to him, then who are we?
Right.
It happened to us too.
There you go. There you go.
All right, this is Acts 14 and verse 22. It said, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Much tribulation. We're gonna constantly get buffeted. We're gonna constantly go through afflictions in the body and mind. Because it's really mostly a mind thing. You gotta like when you're working out, you gotta push through the pain, push through that pain.
If I could land back to something that the beloved brother Ayash was on, as well as other brothers, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm seeing too, what helps out is so you don't so much focus on the affliction, you gotta occupy your mind in something else. Cause sometimes the hell would intensify to the point to where the shit can damn near drive you crazy. So you gotta put your mind on something else. Cause you're not gonna read 24/7. But something that the beloved brother had coined, which I took it from him too, But it's a good point though. Come up with some Hebrew hobbies. Like certain brothers may work out, you know what I'm saying? Certain brothers may watch a movie, or you'll go to the park. You gotta do something. You gotta put your mind on something else, because sometimes that shit will intensify, and you need to focus on something else. I don't give a damn if it's walking your dog. You need to focus on something else. I'm serious. You need to focus on something else so it don't get to you. And another mind game, Satan play too, sometimes it'll feel like it's just you. But it ain't just you, like the whole body going through it. But that's why it's good to, sometimes like you gotta have a balance. I know the beloved brother, Zaquan Body be speaking about that too, man. Now you got it though, bro.
Just to land back on you, when you go to the gym and work out, what do most people do? They listen to music. That's to focus their mind, or they listen to some podcast or listening to something to keep their mind off of the pain that they're enduring, and to help them push through it. So like the brother going into, you have to have something to focus on.
And as he said in Acts chapter 14, verse 22, through much tribulation, we must enter into the kingdom. Like right now, we're in the fire, right? Now, I hate to bring this back up, but that guy who burnt in the fire, he, that's you can see that's our semblance today. We're in that fire. We're in that fire until we made to perfection. But this world, those that's not ready, those that not will enter into the kingdom, is gonna catch that fire later on.
Well, that's a good point too. And he's walking up now. They're walking up now. But the beloved brother Elder Bun, well, he did a you could say a recap of that video. And Lord willing, for brothers listen to this, y'all saw that the video the priest Yashimap had put up, dealing with the man that got burnt up in that Tesla. Well, that the screens y'all was hearing in that video, it wasn't the actual man that was burning the car. It was his friend. You know what I'm saying? So the brother had did a correction video on that point, because we all thought it was that man that was burning the car that was screaming, but really it was his friend. Wanted to help him. But just to land back off the the brother Halak, the Lord, he gonna pull us out the fire. Like that's the hope that you saw in the video. The man, he wanted to pull his friend out the fire, but he wasn't able to. So the Lord, he ain't gonna leave us in there to burn. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I got in the spirit from what what you were saying. He ain't just gonna leave you to hang out the dry, so to speak. Like you going through the fire, but he ain't gonna leave you in it. That man was left up in it, and he died in it.
And it's 2nd Ezra 2:26. As for my servant who I have given thee, there shall none one of you then perish.
And you know what? And that's a link or a precept to what Yahweh Shai said. you read the New Testament, you know, he said of all the men that was given him, he said of all the men that was given him, you know, he's lost none. You know, and he said, no man is able to pluck them out of his father's hand. So it's really saying the same thing. You know, you got it, bro.
So they go. It's like Esther 2 and 26. As for my servants who I have given thee, there should none one them perish.
Which are the elect?
For I will quiet them among thy number.
Right, they're accounted for, and the scripture speak about the number of them. It's 144,000, and you also have other members of the elect outside of the 144. But as far as the number that we've received through the Spirit, you know, what the beloved Apostle John wrote is 144,000 men, because that's the body, that's the Lord's body, you know, and that's a comfort too. You know what I'm saying? Because we about to go through the worst time in history. You know, you got it, bro.
Verse 27. Be not weary when a day of trouble and heaviness come. Others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
And that's another hope too. I've been seeing number 8 a lot, which 8 it goes to infinite, but also it's a number that represents abundance. You know, you see a lot of 8s. You know, so Lord will we come into a time where brother's gonna be blessed, man. And you know, we ain't pushing no prosperity doctrine. You know, no like a brother, you're gonna get a financial blessing now. But the time we coming into, like Elder Z be speaking about, you know, Elder Zahab be speaking about, you know, respect the hedge, and it's like you know, because you got Jays go on vacation, it's like a vacation package. You know, let's say if you have a vacation package, let's say you know you going to a certain country, you know, it not only includes your plane ticket, but also you have a car part of that. You know, wherever you're gonna stay, like as far as your hotel, you at a resort, all inclusive. It's all inclusive. That's the word, bro. So with the Lord, it's the same thing. And what he said forefather Abram or Abraham, he had told him, "Behold, I am thy exceeding and great reward." You know,
Exactly, just make a point. 2024 equals 8.
Yep.
You know, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Because I have been seeing that number 2 a lot. You know, like I said, it's like a year of Yahweh, man.
Yeah.
And it started out with a bang, man.
And yeah, and we ain't no damn numerologists, but you know the numbers are spiritual. Yep. You know, just like you know, we just came out of 2023. You know, it was 7.
Yeah.
You know, 7 represents completion. You know, man, you got it, bro.
All right, this is Isaiah 48, verse 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. For my own sake, even for my own sake, I would do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I would not give my glory unto another.
And we you know, we the most high chosen people. He chosen us in that furnace of affliction. Right now, we're groaning for better things. We're groaning that, you know, how our women are defiled. We're groaning that we don't have, you know, our own land. We're groaning that we can't, you know, help this earth flourish.
Yeah.
We're groaning in all these things. That's like being, you know, that's like being in a fire. All you can do is groan and groan until what you're saved. And you know, until you're taken out of that fire. And once he's taken us out, he's refined us into that perfect image. And that image being Yahweh Shah. You know?
If I can say, like you're saying, brother, the fire we're going through is a fire that's gonna refine us, you know, to make us better, to prepare us for the kingdom of heaven, man. But the fire that's gonna come upon the earth by way of the thermonuclear missiles are gonna consume people, man. You know, so you got fire that's gonna be able to refine you, and you're gonna have the fire that's gonna consume you, man. But that's all depending on how you are, man. Are you a follower of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, or are you just living wickedly as way of the heathen do, man?
And if you're doing that, it says in it says in
And after you get that Bible shop, I get a precept. After you though. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 20. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger, and in my fury I will leave you there and melt you.
Well, that's gonna happen to the people in America. That's, you know, this that great melting pot. You know, now it's you have a multitude of different nations here, but the Lord gonna do that literally as far as burn the multitude, man. But just like making that point again, you know, Mr. Elder Bun did a video. I'm gonna have to repost it. But going back to that man that was in that Tesla, that was not him screaming. It was his friend screaming. You know, but same time too though, because everything's spiritual. I believe the Lord and the Lord far out. I believe that's what He wanted people to perceive though. You know, like that was like the Lord. He'll do stuff like that. You know,
This could be you.
yeah, this could be you. You know what I'm saying? Like you perceive. You know, there was that man in the car. You know, screaming like that. Like that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? But just like going back to that man's friend wanting to pull him out the fire, he wasn't able to. But see, with the Lord's hopeful elect, you know, and Lord willing, we are part of that number, and we'll know once we make it. You know, the Lord, He is gonna pull brothers out that fire, man. You know, and fire is coming. We already in it as far as you know. Each brother's trial, you know, which is custom made for us. You know, but I want to get one script, bro. Bible shot. Brother, get Hebrews 6. The Lord is not unrighteous to forget your work from labor, Lord. Elder Bone, you got precept.
Yeah, real quick for you. Matthew chapter 8, verse 12, it says, "But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth."
Right. So hey, here it is. You got people they want to save the other nations, but you got Israelites that's not even gonna make it. Because the children of the kingdom are Israelites. You know, they're not gonna receive the kingdom that's really promised to them. But you want to include all nations into this. It don't work that way, man. This kingdom is coming to this planet Earth is for the people of the Heavenly Father, which are so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But the thing is, you know, you read in 1 Corinthians 15, it speaks about every man in his own order. You know, is entering the kingdom. So they're gonna be cast into outer darkness on this side, as far as the 2/3, but they're gonna come back in the kingdom as the sons and daughters of the elect. Those that make on this side, they're gonna come back in the kingdom as their offspring.
As it is written, all of Israel shall be saved.
All of Israel shall be saved. That's how it's gonna happen, and it's beautiful. You know, we're showing you like, hey, the Lord, hey, He's a merciful power. You know, He gonna whoop, He gonna whoop a lot of Jake, but that is what the Father do. Our hope is that we get our whooping out the way, and that's why I want that scripture in Hebrews 6. Brother, did you pull it up?
I got Hebrews 6.
Okay, go ahead, bro. You start verse 8.
Like this is Hebrews 6, verse 8. But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected.
Right. Which are the 2/3? The children of the kingdom shall be cast into outer darkness. You know, because thorns and briars, like with down south, well, you know, Jay got their own wording with things, but you know, them sticks that prick you.
Stick a bush.
A stick of bush. I want to say it, bro, but you know, that's what we call it though. You know, y'all make fun of how we talk, but yeah, a sticky bush.
Shame, though.
You know, no, I ain't shame, but you know, they don't get our lingo, man. You know, but you know, you was young, you know, what I'm saying, playing hide go seek or whatever. You got prick, you know, but that's something you can't do something with, so to speak. You know, the scripture speak about us bringing forth fruit, but you can't do something with a sticky bush or a thorn type bush. You know. And that's 2/3 of our people, man. Some you touch and you know it cuts you. You know that's who we dealing with. You know, but the kingdom we're promoting is for their benefit. But the thing is, they don't want it. You know, but our hope is that we enter this first go round. You know, brothers having visions. They speaking about the transition period. You know, us being in the wilderness. We want to see how that play out. You know how beautiful that is. Now the process is painful. I got to quote Elder Big Gad for a minute. Elder Tazadakia, we call him Elder Big Gad. You know, he was like, you know, he was speaking about the glory of the kingdom. Like, man, the kingdom is gonna be beautiful, brother. He said in one of the videos, but he was like, but man, it's hell getting there. You know, and he been the truth for a long time. You know, when I was blessed to go to New York, Apostle Bar was like, you know, he was boasting on Elder Big Gad. He was like, man, you see this man right here? This man been the truth just as long as I have. You know, he speak by Elder Big Gad. So they've been the truth for a long time. You know, and still pushing. He's like, man, the kingdom gonna be beautiful, but man, it's hell getting there. But Lord willing, we make it, you know? Go ahead, bro.
All right, I'm gonna start back at the top, Hebrews 6 and 8. But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is near unto cursing.
It's nigh unto cursing. See, 2/3, well, they curse till the Lord come. Beloved Apostle Har, he speak about that one phrase. But you know, beloved Apostle Paul said it. Anathema Maranatha. Is that how you say it, bro? Which basically it means curse till the Lord come. And we don't want to be that. Because that means when you look at the sellouts among our people, it don't matter how much money they got, how well they live in their life, they could be balling right now. We are, you know, blessed to do this sermon right now. They are doing God knows what, you know. But that means they're not going to escape the judgment. Don't matter how they living. It's a lot of our people on this earth. The Lord got us where they locked into that judgment, and ain't nothing they could do about it.
Bro, that sticky bush, like you can't grab it because you know it's resisting you. It resists predators. It resists anything that comes towards it. I got a precept.
God,
It's a stationary porcupine.
God.
You got porcupine
Yeah.
when they go into in the state of protecting themselves.
Let them finish, bro. I was shut.
It's like
No, I got you.
people them out.
Yep.
Whose
Or you
end
fight
is to
against
be
it.
burned.
Oh, you guys are like,
Whose end is to be burned.
Who's in, and we don't want that. You know, that means no matter what they do, they lock into that. That's why, hey, Scripture speak about the fear of the Lord. You know, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You know, the fear of the Lord keep you from going off. The fear of the Lord keep you locked in. It reinstill faith. Like, you know, you may be in a moment where you not having faith like that, but then you fear, man, what could happen to me? You know, like you feel, oh shit, let me, you know, then you better believe. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, brother.
This is Acts chapter 7, verse 51. Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, ye do always resist the Holy Spirit as your fathers did, so do ye.
Yeah, going back to when our people was in the wilderness. Because here it is, that same generation that came out of Egypt, they saw all the miracles, all the wonders. They saw the Lord plague Egypt. And then that same power brought them out of Egypt. But they still, it says not being mixed with faith, you know. But you know, bring this back home to us, you know, because I don't want to miss the main topic, you know, because this is your lesson, bro. We going through the fire now, you know, so Lord willing, we could be found acceptable, you know. What's the exact title you gave about Shah?
so for now, win later.
Well, yeah, so we suffering now so we can win later, you know. And finish it out. What you got, bro?
Okay, verse 9. It said, but beloved, we are persuaded between things of you, better things, so like better things of you, and things that accompany salvation. Through we thus speak.
Right. So the point is, we ain't catching all this hell for nothing. And sometimes when you in the heat of the moment, so to speak, it'll come off like that. You know, when you in it, but then at the same time, hey, the quote Priest Yashamath, it's really a slap on the wrist. When you look at what the world about to receive, as far as when Abba whooped them, so we getting our whooping out the way. Let's see when they get a whooping, they really gonna get it. You know, with no chance of an escape. You know. But yeah, finish that, bro. We'll stay on that. Yeah, that's on that. Okay.
This is Second Ezra chapter 7, verse 2. And he said unto me, up, Ezra, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, speak on, my God. Then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great.
Right. The sea represents the kingdom of heaven. And the sea is full of all types of things we don't even know. Man is yet discovered. You know, but sea represents it represents wealth. You know, sea represents people. You know, because we're about to receive the kingdom with everything in it. To quote you again, you know, all inclusive. You know, go ahead, bro.
But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
Right, but it's only one way. And we you know, through the Spirit, when we get it from what the Lord said, it's called a straight gate. That's the only way you can enter into it, and it shows you this has to be the truth that we believe in, because it's only one way. You know, that make sense.
Yeah, because it's straight gate. You know, it's straight. Like that's what that's the suffering. You know, really the strictness. You know, of righteousness, man. Because the law, when you go into the law, it pretty much restricts your flesh. See, we live in a society, even though Jake in slavery, they have no restriction on the flesh. So they can commit adultery. They can eat what they want. They can they can get money and have no morals. You see? But when you try to live according to a righteous standard in a wicked society, that's where the resistance comes from. That's why it's a fight to keep the Sabbath. You know, it's a fight to try to keep peace with a fellow Israelite because these niggas wild. You know, so the fight and the affliction come from, you know, trying to be righteous in the wicked society because it's set up to resist you by default. You know, so going to that narrow, you know, you walking that straight and narrow because you moving in the wicked society with restrictions. They not moving off restrictions. You got to handle him with restrictions. He don't have no restrictions. You know, so it's the straight and narrow, as they say in the world. You know, if that makes sense.
Well, to land back, the word disciple goes into discipline. You know, a lot of people don't know that. Like you just read, you know, he's the Lord disciples, you know, his followers. But the disciple goes to discipline, which means that you restraining, you know, from the flesh, from the things of this world. And that's really what the Lord was pushing to his men. You know, but basically people in this society, well, they got two captivities. You know, pretty much they enslaved on the Esau Edom, then they're slave to the flesh.
I see. The spirit was the Walmart this morning, and it was a Jake that had on a pullover, and he said, and it said, "I match energy." So it said, "So how we gonna act today?"
Oh wow!
But no restriction.
Right.
So Jake is just, you know, Jake just moving like the scripture tell us what soft answer turn away wrath. So somebody come in wrath, you come in a whole different energy of peace, and they calm the wrath down. Jake say I match energy like horrible nigga advice, you know. But like you say, Jake, our people get to operate with no restriction. Right. Man, that's why they love America so much, you know.
This morning, bro. Second Ezra 76. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field.
And now it's explaining that seed. Now it's making it more, you know, the angel is making it more plainly. You know, go ahead.
And is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
Right, that dangerous place to fall is our captivity. You know, but it's everything that comes along with that. You know, you being in these vile bodies, us being in the worst case scenario. You know, and each man, and it's going to go into it. You have a custom designed straight gate that Yahushua gave you. You know, because each situation varies. Every situation is not going to be the same, but that's how the Lord wanted it, because we're different parts of the Bible. So it makes sense. Each affliction is going to be different too.
It says, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be but one man go there at once.
Right, because the Lord, he's looking for quality. And I love the point that the priest Yasha had made a while back. What the Lord is doing with each elect man, you can't duplicate that. Each process the Lord is taking each brother through really is meant for you to go through it. That's why no one else is going through it. You know what I'm saying? Now, ultimately, you know, we one body, you know, and we treat each brother, you know, hey, each brother got your house shot in them. But you know, you meditate upon what the beloved Apostle Paul said in the New Testament. Basically, he magnified the Lord with him. Oh, excuse me, he magnified the Lord in him because of the affliction he was going through. It's like basically like the Lord. Now he's not gonna come back down to the earth and be crucified again, but his body's being afflicted through the brothers, you know. But this is the only way for us to be acceptable, which makes sense. That's why brothers going through it, showing you it ain't for nothing, man. Even though it'll be times where it intensify. But going back to what I said, the me and bro speak about fishing before we started up. You need to find an activity. You got to find something to do. Or this shit don't drive you crazy, man. You know, it helps, whether it's working out, walking your dog, whatever you gotta do to, to like level you out. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have an outlet.
You gotta have an outlet. You know, it's important, man.
Going to I know brothers, that's into the drink, strong drink for the wine. Reason why you have price differences in the different wines and the different strong drinks is because the process it took to make it.
Wow.
So this is why you have a fifth that costs $50, and then another fifth costs $600 because it was two different processes to get that final product, man. Like you go to tequila, you got the Blanca, all right, the Reposado, and the Añejo. Well, they're all tequila, but it's different processes. That's why the Reposado costs more than the Blanca, but then the Añejo costs more than the Reposado because it's a different process. It's a different length of time, that it takes to get that final product. So that's why.
And Yeho means age, don't it? Age, like old. I think so.
Yep. Yeah. So what the scripture saying? In great labor have I made it perfect. Speaking of the elect. So the Lord been aging the elect through every reincarnation. The 144,000, he been aging them every reincarnation. So that's why their final product is gonna be a joint heir with your house shot, man.
Finish out.
It says in verse 9, 2nd Ezra in chapter 7, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive his inheritance?
Right. It's showing you, it's for Elder Z, for a minute. He's called a heavenly father for a reason. Another thing too, the me and the elder, we was in art class together, in elementary and also middle school, high school and stuff. One of our art teachers had this one saying, you have quality over quantity. You have more so the quality of something, how precious it is, as opposed to how much of something you can produce. You can have a lot of models or something, or a lot of makes of something, but you can have one thing where it, like the brother has said, it has such a fine process that you put it through, it's gonna be priced over everything else, which makes sense. That's how the Lord is dealing with us. Even when you look throughout all Israel, like you look at our people, man, and sometimes you will be like, man, the Lord made a lot of people, like for real, But then you look at us. That's why this truth is so special. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, stay on it, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
You got it.
That word "nail" means old.
It means old. Oh wow.
Age.
Yeah. I just lambacking on the brothers and going into what brother C was talking about. We all have our own walk with the Most High, and He chose us for this walk. And when He called us, we have to be prepared, to do this walk and to walk this walk and to endure the things that He set forth for us to do. This is Hebrews 11:7. It said, by faith, Noah, being warned of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua things not seen as yet, moved with fear. And we have to move with that. What's the beginning of knowledge? The fear of the Lord. And we moving with that fear because we don't want to be destroyed. You don't want to come back in the kingdom. We want to be able to go in the kingdom from this side, as well as our parents. As well as our family. So it says, prepare an ark to the saving of his house, by which he condemned the world and became heir of righteousness, which is by faith. So, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to inherit, what the Most High has promised us. He promised us everlasting life. He promised us peace, salvation. Never have to worry about anything else again.
No more pain.
No more pain.
Man, bro.
No more death. No more suffering. Period. So that's what we're trying to obtain by suffering here now, and going, each one of us going through our lives, that we can obtain that inheritance.
I may add that fear can make you endure. Have you ever had a weight drop on you? You did that strength came. That fear can make you endure. You don't want to face that judgment. How about Shemal Shah is about to bring on the earth, like in this script in Habakkuk chapter 3. He said, was Yahweh Shah angry at the earth and the sea, the waters and the rivers? Well, he's coming with great wrath and power. You don't want to face that. So what? You're going to endure that affliction that we're in right now.
Yeah, because what the earth and the waters do. But they gonna get jacked up. What do they do besides exist?
Yeah.
It just shows you, like Elder Zahab said recently, man, the Lord is angry, man. The Lord is pissed off, man. For him to do what he's about to do, and which makes sense too, why this has been for lack of better words, prolonged. The long suffering of the Most High. This word been going out since the late 60s. That's a long warning, man. And it show you that extension, that grace period too. But when he do it, he ain't no talking, man. Because it's been enough talking.
Yeah, all the talking taking place right now.
Yep.
This is what scripture say. Let us plead together. This the negotiation table. Wow. But when the Most High step away from the table, then that's the answer, man.
The hitman walk in after that.
Yeah.
But like he said, he gave fair warning. He said his world is going to go out throughout his word is going to go out through all the world.
Yep.
So that's speaking of Yashala as well as the other nations.
Everybody heard it.
Everybody heard it.
Yep.
So it's not like he didn't give fair warning.
Let's say to the east, from the east to the west,
Yep.
And then the end shall come.
Yep. That's it, bro.
This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 9. I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
And you know how beautiful that is? The Lord bless you to call upon his name beginning at your awakening. Beginning when he first woke you up. And we ain't just saying Dada, like for IUIC them. That one cat said, well, we disrespectful for calling the name of the Most High Yahweh. That's his name. And the beloved Apostle Gabar went into that, man. We call him by his proper name, his formal name.
And it's all respect. Like, even here on planet Earth, there is nowhere that you can go and call somebody of a highly esteemed position, a nickname, a byword, right? It's disrespectful. So how are we supposed to address the Most High, the omnipotent one?
Hey, General Manager.
Yeah, I say, bro.
Yeah. You don't call people like that. You don't call people by their titles.
Yeah.
You call them by their name.
You look them up on Google. And you say, "Oh, I ain't know Charles had a middle name."
Yeah.
You walk up to him. He said he's the general manager,
Yeah,
but you walk up to him and call him Stephen. So you call him by his nickname.
And his name sums up everything about him. So why would he give us a new name? Why would he change his name when he is? It just makes sense. But you blessed to call upon that name and his son named Yahweh Shai from your birth in the spirit, being reborn again up until now. Then when he finishes you, that's the goal.
And that's why Yahweh Shai called us friends. Because we know them by their name. We are acquainted with them in a familiar fashion through the spirit.
Tell your friend your secrets.
Yeah,
his
right.
name is a secret.
Once you swap names with someone, you enter into another realm. Like, you can be having a 10-minute conversation with somebody, and it'll be good dialogue.
Yeah, I can
Once y'all, but if y'all swap names, now you enter into a whole nother realm.
That's it.
You
More
know?
personal level.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
That's a perfect point.
Yep.
Top. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined. I will try them as gold is tried.
Awake with his likeness. I just keep bringing the brother up because the brother do some edifying videos, man. Going back to the brother Ayash, he had mentioned that one clip with that one woman. She could be, she could possibly be Jake. She like an Edomite, But it's a lot, man. Anyway, she made the point. Because she was speaking about this the silversmith. You know, and as far as when does he know when to take that silver out the fire, or when is it enough? And the point he made is, when he sees his reflection in it. So we come into, like brother said, being acquainted with Yahweh Shai, but we're gonna be complete when he sees himself perfectly in us.
Mm.
You know,
When he see, man, that's crazy.
it's tough.
Because it's almost like I see me and you.
Yeah,
Now you're worthy.
yeah.
That's wild, bro.
And hence the marriage
Yeah.
that's gonna take place.
And that's the process a king would do to the prince. Okay, he will have to see his reflection in his son. And then he said, remember she said that the silversmith, that he overseen the whole process. Like he never took his eye. Like once he put a piece of silver in the refinery, he never took his eye off us. So Yahweh Shai, he's overseeing our day to day. Like he never take his eye off the process that we're going through, man. Then once he see we're reacting like he will react, all right, that's the point we get into for it. All right, now let's get him out the fire.
Right.
You know,
Wow.
on up, man.
I'm just gonna land back on the brothers. You and Elder here. This is Psalm 66, verse 10. It said, "For thou, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, have proven us. Thou hast tried us, as silver is tried. Thou hast brought us into the net. Thou hast laid affliction upon our loins."
That's the process. And you think back to our forefathers, and that's our history too. That's why you really you gotta take it serious. According to the bond again, and we pushing it out, but we do it ourselves. Spirit is on brothers to get tough in the reading. Get more heavy into reading. But when you read the scriptures, take it more seriously. Another thing too, I've been practicing. When you say the name of the Heavenly Father, we rush to say the name, and you be quick saying the name. Sometimes you need to say it slow. You need to process what you're saying. But our forefathers, that the Lord brought out of ancient Egypt, they didn't want to accept the process, man. Because it's rigorous. But see, that's how the Heavenly Father deals. And the beloved Elder Bishop Tazadagba went into that. Because the Lord, he gonna try you. That's the way it is. But he's the Heavenly Father for a reason. Yeah, bro.
All right,
You know how long we've been going.
No, for about 10 minutes.
all right, this is verse 12. It said, "Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water, but thou..."
Oh, we went through fire and through water.
That's chapter 7.
So all the prophets, these great men of the Lord, they all witnessed that process. The Lord showed them that process, man.
It's the part they were frying it too, because that's how you would cool that steel down. You brought out the furnace, you put that water on.
It goes into the try to refine.
Yep.
There was once upon a time a group that was out there that were prophesying or whatever, but they didn't make it through the try process.
Yep.
They were tried, but they didn't end up refined. But the elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai are going through that trying, which is the purification process, that affliction process, ultimately to come out to see, for Yahweh Shai to see his reflection in them. Being purified and purged from all the wickedness that is internally inside of us, man.
Yeah, it was a point I was trying to make. And exactly right, which was beautiful. You just said, because like this is the scripture he had quoted with much care he has made you.
Yes. Great labor has he made it perfect.
With great labor he has made it perfect. This refining process, like he's not gonna pick anything out, because once that item is completed, what does that craftsman do? He put his name out there and show it out to the world. He's not gonna put his name on no ruined piece, no tarnished piece, no junking like this is mine. No, that's why back in the old, back in the ancient world, you done away with an evil man or a lazy son, because that's your name. That's you. You're presenting yourself through him to the world, and that's what Yahweh Shem Shai is doing with his men. refining them, and he's going to present them to the world because what? We're supposed to be the image of the Most High. You know, you got it.
It's like models, you know, like a certain like model or when it's the word archetype, you know, it's like a product, you know, yeah, a brand. And you eventually, you know, you put it out there on display.
Right. Hey, because Yahushua said what? He said, he that denies me before man, him will I deny before my Father which is in heaven.
Oh, all right. Just back in Psalm 66 and 12, I'm gonna start back at the top. It says, "Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through the fire and through the water, but thou hast brought us out into a wealthy place."
And that's when we gonna win,
right?
You know, now you better make a point.
I was just gonna say the same thing. You can go ahead.
Yeah, that's what we gonna win. And see that the thing is, you mainly gonna get it in the world to come, but also according to what the scriptures say now, because we ain't coming out with our own words. Because the brother had read, during the day of trouble and heaviness, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. That's not in the kingdom. That's prophesied to happen here. On this side, when we go through Jacob's trouble, you know, and it's another scripture in the Corinthians, but it says when we are judged or chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. So the time we coming into, basically the Lord gonna look out, and that's why the scriptures say, "Then shall it be known who are my chosen," because you're gonna see them defended. Like Elder be saying, man, respect the hedge, man. It's all inclusive, you know.
And then affliction for us is here in our mind. Yep. Like that's the thing that we're tormented in every day. As a man of the Lord, you're tormented right here every day. Because you, as say, you increase in wisdom, you increase in sorrow. But see, we understand how it should be. See, the Lord opened it up to how it's supposed to be when we understand these scriptures. But then he leave us in the filth. Because the honey is, man, I'm a son of the Most High, you know. You be a king, I'm gonna have the resource, I'm gonna turn. But then he still got you marinated in the filth. So that's the bitterness. You're like, shit, you know, because every day you're just hearing things and it ain't right. You're like, God damn, you gotta suffer things, you gotta turn the other cheek. Likewise, that's why sometimes you gotta take the edge off, man, because you will spaz out, man. You'll go on the goddamn, you know, sometimes you just be having thoughts. You know, you just want to leave the house and on site with everybody.
You want to be like that guy on that, man, was that a Rampage?
Rampage? Yeah.
Make you go on Rampage, man.
Yeah.
Hey, because you know he like, who's that? King David when said he was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Yep, no lie.
Lie. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
But that's how this world gets you, man. Man, it is crazy. Like sometimes it's almost like, what's that movie, The Matrix? Like you feel like, man, this is like not even real.
Yeah.
Most I got us in a game, bro.
Yeah. You know, I've been watching a TV series called E. I don't know if y'all seen it with the guy that played Luke Cage. Yeah. And it shows you how the Most High using the spirits on the left hand side to deal with people.
Wow.
You know, and I mean, man, it really has opened. I'm on season 2. It's 4 seasons, but it really has opened my eyes to how, you know, the spirits go out and get people to do things, play on their mind, how they see visions, how they see things, and it's all about centered around the Catholic Church. But you know, you can see the wickedness that's coming out of that. It's a pretty good series to watch, and you just kind of lambacking on what you said, Elder. You know about how the world just beat up on you because you're seeing different processes of things happening and how they go out and have people to lie and cover up, like the episode I saw last night, the young lady, and that was a Jake. She saw a UFO come at her, went through her, and you know, at the end, just to sum it all up, they had her to deny her accusation that she made, that she saw that. Well, other people saw it as well, but you know, she denied. You know, so it just shows you how wickedness is using people to keep them caught up in this world.
Yeah.
And for their agenda. And there's some truth in there too. You know, and they said, kind of leak it out as well.
Yeah. But you know, the beauty of it, why the world is because the world is the matrix. but we on the outside of it. But hey, this shit, it pisses you off.
Right.
It angers you. But mentioning the chariots, the time we coming into, the comfort we have, everything that we read about, that we've been listening to, as far as our leadership, the elder apostles, the elder bishops, everything we've been speaking. Well, now we in the time the Lord gonna manifest it, but it's gonna solidify what we believe in, and that's gonna keep us grounded. 'Cause that's why we be speaking on the basics. The basics really is gonna keep you grounded in the truth. It ain't about how much you can break down such and such. As far as like a heavy prophecy. Now we need to know the prophecies now. Don't get it twisted. But the point I'm making, it ain't about being a super deep guy. Us having the basis of what we need to know to be delivered. That's really what it's all about.
That's what gave you that stability.
Yeah.
In the last days. Well, the stability that you're going to need in the last days.
Your foundation.
Yeah. Yeah, these pivotal things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because the time we're coming into, you may not have time to sit down and read the scriptures, but what can you call to mind to help you navigate on the righteous path? Going back to what the elder had read in 2nd Ezra 7, But yeah, we get the closing. I say you can get one more, bro, and you can break it down.
I got one for you, bro. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people.
Spirit brought it back, didn't it?
And they shall say, the Lord is my power.
God, that that one that third part, is the elect that deny this world, and they gonna have, they're gonna go through what the Most High has them to go through, and each phase, they're gonna increase in faith, and that faith gonna make them perfect and perfect. These people gonna be calling on you, how about Shem Shah for deliverance and help in those days, and they will see those things. The Most High gonna say, those my people. Those my people, not the rest of them. Not the rest of them. He gonna bring them out. And once we get that new body, complete perfection.
Man, bro, I saw a freaking truck. They had a sign on it, and it reminded me of the angels. But the sign was on I think the side of the truck. It said, "We protect what matters." I instantly thought about the angels, because we in the time. That's really how it's gonna be. But yeah, we can close it out. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, with that, we're gonna turn and face the east. We're gonna give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to our apostles, elders, great millstone, still well. Peace, bless to the hopeful elect out there. Stay strong. We almost home. Pray y'all were edified. With that, we're gonna say a Baba Ball. Baba Ball. Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.